Oke, nah aku
20.
kan agak sedikit ngalor kidul kan ya. Kan
Hmm.
Nahida itu kan dikurung di Century of Surastana sama si Sets Academia ya kan.
Ya, seks.
Buat
Hei,
Sage,
cowok.
sage.
nah
Udah.
masalahnya di sini. Kalau misalnya dia ngurungin Nahida di Century of Surastana, otomatis yang apalagi otomatis mereka pedo dong.
Enggak juga.
Maksudnya gini loh, mereka kan udah tua-tua tuh kan, udah bangkotan, udah apa namanya, udah boomer lah gitu kan. Nah, dia ngurung anak kecil cuy. Wah, masuk akal gak sih kalau misalnya mereka tuh sebenarnya pedo?
Enggak juga.
Masuk akal kan? Masuk akal lah harusnya lah anjir.
Enggak juga,
Mengurung
soalnya-
anak kecil anjir.
Ini loh Dan, tuganku itu Spark Sage itu ngadain child labor.
Maksud
Ya,
labor, tower labor lah.
tidak tahu.
Oh, itu child labor and labor.
CP.
Enggak.
Cep.
Ya intinya kayak gimana ya penjelasannya? Intinya kayak
Kerja paksa anak kecil.
ya,
Oh gitu.
kerja paksa anak kecil.
Ngeri juga. Oh iya bener juga ya,
Child
masuk akal. Ya, halo teman-teman, selamat datang di streaming ini. Setelah kalian mendengarkan ngalor kidul yang agak goblok tadi, jadi ayo kita mulai bumpernya.
Dia sendiri yang itu.
Kocak.
Nice. Uang besar.
Halo teman-teman, selamat datang dan selamat malam waktu Indonesia Barat. Hari ini ini ngapain sih so asik dorong-dorong anjir. Ya, selamat datang di channel ini dan hari ini kita akan bermain Genshin Impact lagi. Dan sesuai dengan judul, kita bakal grebek Akademia dan selamatkan Nona Nahida, Dede Nahida, Nenek Nahida, siapapun itulah namanya.
Astagfirullah.
Intinya kita bakal nyelamatin dia dan kemungkinan bakal meet up sama ini. Cuma kayak agak lama sih. Cuman ya harusnya dengan durasi asli 5 jam itu mungkin kita pecah jadi beberapa part yang dimana gue bakal streaming sampai jam berapa ya? Jam 9-an, berhubung besok juga kelas meeting, jadi ya saya bisa begadang. Saya enak jidat.
Saya enak jidat.
Dan juga
Enak
hari
jidat.
ini itu Harbolnas nanti malam. Jadi ya hitung-hitung juga kalau misalkan ada yang itu kan bisa nontonin orang gabut gitu kan sambil ngeceloteh orang ya gitu dah. Bersama saya Dani dan juga beberapa teman yang lain yang ada di Discord seperti Amel, terus ada Oser, lalu ada Reston dan juga ada Yan. Tidak ada pengulangan bumper lagi karena Oser sudah datang di sini sejak lama.
Kan. Hoax.
Hoak. Di hoak. Kenapa bisa hoak? Ya itu saja. Jadi sebentar, harusnya ini kenapa Yan ada di sana? Oh,
Hah?
Yan
Nggak tahu.
Yan tumpuk di kepala Cuk.
Hihihi.
Oke. Ya, jadi begitu. Ini kalau misalnya ada suara yang tidak dienakan dari streaming saya, itu kemungkinan dari Amel. Entah itu berbicara tentang KLMN gitu kan, atau KNTL atau MMK gitu. Itu berasal dari mereka.
Betul.
Jadi
Benar.
sebelum kita mulai close account-nya, jadi saya mau
Gua kecilin suara gua deh.
gak usah.
Nah, terus
Ya udah biarin aja.
45 deh.
Regen dulu.
45. Dah. Ada suara.
Tiknari butuh hutau pakai enggak ya? Butuh archer gak sih biasanya tuh? Butuh lah ya. Dendro cuy. Biji. Pakai favoritnya satu lagi.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Gacor. Mora. Kok Mora?
Nah, jadi kita di sini diarahkan untuk ke Desa Aru. Di Desa Aru, dan kita disuruh berbicara dengan Candice. Bukan Candice yang sama si Phineas and Ferb ya, bukan yang itu. Candice yang kurang baju. Maksudnya kurang bahan. Jadi pengen nonton Phineas and Ferb lagi, Cuk. Malas tapi bayar hosternya mahal, Cuk. Malas aku.
Terlalu mahal.
Kemahalan.
Overprice becir.
Overprice ya. Oke, ini agak sedikit lagging ya. Apa ya? Bentar. Ini agak sedikit lagging anjir. Apa ya? Genshin ini. S4, exit,
Terima kasih.
wait. Apa lagi? Eject.
Kayak Noel tidak akan aku usir. Ntar. Bener dia. Terus siapa lagi? Dayona ya? Bennett. Oh, Bennett.
Kita mulai ininya apa namanya? Storynya.
Has everyone arrived? Everyone is already waiting
Hai
inside.
Bennett.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them. Please, wait a moment.
Betul.
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
Janji satu hal apa nih?
Kalau Bennett yang kayaknya bahaya.
What
Maaf ya Bennett. Kamu udah level 10. Gue mau siapa lagi?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless. What do you think? Okay.
Dimulai, hore.
Kamu ya?
Sekarang kemana? Masuk ke rumah kepala desa. Jadi kades. Yaro, halo Api.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
Terus lantern.
I gotta
Terus
admit,
sama
it's bold.
iya kompor.
Color me
Kompor
impressed.
doang. Bikin
It's worth a try.
gua kurang lampu.
The point
Yep.
of discussion is
Okay.
to arrive at a
Easy
solution.
peasy.
Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
Silence.
You're making Paimon
Berisik.
nervous.
Ya
Paimon.
maaf bang.
Paimon bisa tegang juga, Cuk, ternyata.
What the fuck?
Tahu.
Paimon tegang,
bisa?
Cuk.
Kamu tidak tahu Paimon seheboh dan sepanik apa di Fonten. Nanti lihat.
Paimin.
Paimin.
Paimon.
Kelompok hitam. Hitam, hijau, ungu, hitam merah, hitam kuning.
You're finally done.
Oh iya lampu.
I have some other stuff to take care of.
Lampu.
Catch you all later.
Lampu.
Come on, don't
Ada
give me
lamp.
that face. I know what you're
Ya
going to say.
lantern lah, ada lantern
I'll be
juga.
careful.
Ya.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take
Yeah.
care.
Ini juga. Kita harus
Well,
mengumpulkan
traveler,
lebih banyak air
Paimon.
rencang hari ini.
Judging from your expressions,
Di
the meeting
mana?
must have been quite productive.
So,
Kenapa Api? Kenapa kok
You can tell?
aku dalam api.
aku dalam api?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your
Oh, di sini
reaction,
nggak ada
things must
ini
have
ya?
gone quite well.
Kami akan bergerak pada hari apa sih? Jenagarba. Jenagarba. Nah, itu. Hari Kamis.
Paimon's a little
Emang di
worried.
sini nggak ada
Hopefully nothing
kompor
will
ya?
go wrong. To be honest,
Pedalaman
I feel
neraka.
the same.
Kompor
But you're
loh.
already some of the
Itu
most
kompor
capable
dari
people I
mana?
know. So you have my trust.
Dia dari
It's a
Bigfoot.
compliment.
Bentar, kita ke daerah
Nah baru bisa.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
yang
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything.
Biarlah yang hitam menjadi hitam karena tidak akan putih. Lagu yang itu lagi Selam.
gitu banget sih Dan.
Lo itu cok comment sectionnya cok bilang yang hitam akan tetaplah hitam, jadi tidak akan putih gitu.
Kok kalian gitu sih guys?
Oh cok sangat amat menghitam.
Kebetulan.
Bertaking desret.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Udah liat kan Mel yang statusku di WA yang bertaking desret.
Udah cukup ya.
Bertaking desret. Oke bagus. Kalau gitu aku siapkan dulu.
Okay,
Alnig.
have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah, also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful.
Kenapa?
We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it.
Kalau chat manusia silver, kecuali pakai chat. Oh, kalau pakai chat manusia silver, aku nggak tahu dan aku nggak mau komen. Tadi yang keluar siapa? Oser, kecewa berat gua. Oh halo Oser, ini gila Oser datang lagi anjir. Seneng parah gue cok.
Topsiko, kenapa kamu harus pakai siang link?
I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Manusia silver itu pakai chat kan? Kurang tahu. Kamu bisa cari di dunia ini, sudah ada Google, coba dibaca saja. Semua orang itu punya tugas masing-masing seperti perang yang harus ada yang harus urus logistik, ada yang ke garis depan. Jadi
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Diskonnya double anjir.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar.
Begini diskonnya double gitu.
Kenapa ada apa?
Hah?
Kenapa ada apa?
Diskonnya double anjir. Ada dua diskonnya.
Suara gua.
Enggak. Aplikasinya, Cuk.
Aplikasinya.
Sampai 100% CPU gua begitu.
Tentu saja kalau dibandingkan dengan tentara bayaran, aku ini cuma pelajar tidak berdaya. Buset.
Siapa?
Al hitam.
Jangan merendah gitu dong sepuh.
Merendahnya itu kejauhan anjir. Tentu saja kalau dibandingkan dengan tentara bayaran, aku cuma pelajar tak berdaya. Nemu Doxley coy, nemu Doxley.
But the advantage of not being a mercenary
Merendah
is that
sampai
I get to
kuburan.
stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight.
Merendah sampai kuburan.
Tapi keuntungannya adalah sekarang aku bisa berada di tempat yang lebih aman dan memberikan sumbangsih dari sisi strategis.
Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
lebih sampai hitam. Ya, jadi pelajar lumayan berani.
I'm not like the rest of them.
Oh, ini.
Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
Sinting.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge.
Oh, aku sudah lupa apa ya.
Wait, seriously? Remember?
Satu ya?
We went into the desert not long ago to exchange hostages with the Eremites.
16.
Once we arrived, the ground collapsed due to an earthquake and we fell into some ruins. Come on.
Berapa?
It was a remnant of King Deshret's bygone civilization, and we found some messages left by a priest of the king, and learned about the existence of forbidden knowledge.
Apa lagi api?
Oh, it's all coming back now. Thanks for reminding us.
Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this.
Oh, udah kebuka.
I
Udah
think
kebuka.
those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the
Kenapa
dots.
pakai
The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
Pohon kelapa. Kaktus
Ada apa,
tanda-tanda
ada apa?
kiamat. Astaga.
kenapa kudu pakai air rencang ya? Gue capek.
Mana gue tahu.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Harus ngulik lagi. Kurang.
Wait, why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
Kurang banyak.
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Rindong po, sepuh.
Where are we going?
Aku capek po, sepuh.
To an Eremite base.
Markas Eremite 7777M. Alah, sepuh, teriak sepuh.
Tahu nih setan
Cino
kan berwibawa ya kan?
anjing.
Siapa?
Pas bapak-bapak.
Siapa yang berwibawa?
Hah?
Siapa yang berwibawa?
Cino.
Cino.
Ya.
Chino.
Dari mana? Perasaan lebih berwibawa si ini dah, si Al Hitam.
Cuma Cino tuh lebih
Tegas, kalau Cino lebih tegas.
gitulah.
Too slow.
Karena apa? Karena jokes bapak.
Tidak diterima.
Lu baca jokes bapak nggak ngerti ya?
They're here.
Ngerti lah.
Yang gini yang Cino. Kenapa gua ngerti anjing?
Ya kamu udah tua.
Oh gitu.
Lo kata Ian kayak gitu cuy biasanya.
Iya.
Tuh Ian tuh, aku gak bilang loh.
Berwibawa sekali ya.
Aku gak bilang loh, Ian yang ngomong loh. Pokoknya kalau misalnya kita sudah merasa lucu kak dengan jokes bapak berarti udah tua katanya Ian gitu.
Iya.
Wah, berarti kamu masih bocil, belum berwibawa.
Iya.
Iya.
Iyain aja deh.
Lawong Ian umurnya masih 10 tahun kok.
Alhamdulillah akhirnya dikonfirm. Let's.
Oke guys, siapa yang mau ngurung Ian guys? 10 tahun nih, dijual. Gas.
Tidak.
Tidak.
Kenapa aku jadi tempat lelang?
Dilelang.
Kan kamu bersedia.
Walau Aduh anjir. Aduh. Sikilku kretek.
Mampus. Lanjut.
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Gua nyarinya bukan itu.
Ah, yes. We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious!
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with... Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good.
Like dulu guys, betul like dulu. Gas langsung cash. Waduh. Wah, Yan ada yang laku Yan. Kamu laku Yan. Langsung cash katanya Yan.
Kak.
Oke, akan diberi haknya kepada Vendro ganteng dengan harga 100 juta tunai.
Anjing.
Tapi cuman bajunya doang.
Ilham kan? Gak ada Ilham.
Langsung hilang suaranya gitu.
Langsung diculik, Cok.
Iya, diculik sama Vendro, Cok.
Now, please get ready and put on this device.
Gak bener nih, Cok.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Gue tuh cuman mau nyari yang
Yes.
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Oke, bisa.
Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud.
Oke, nggak jadi kawan. Mending ke Chasm aja.
It's done.
Jujur aja aku nggak tahu apa yang ditulis itu. Jadi kita baca lagi. Aku bawa ininya kok. punya apa namanya salinannya. Di kertasnya terus kata-kata yang lumayan mengejutkan. Meskipun kamu tidak begitu mengerti apa gunanya merekam seperti ini, tapi kamu tetap mengikuti petunjuknya Al-Haytham agar semua berjalan sesuai dengan rencana. Oke. Aku normal ya bang, astagfirullah. Ini masih misteri apakah Paimon berasal dari arsip biru. Pertama dia loli, kedua dia punya halo. Apakah apa? Anak-anak itu menaiki tank. Oke sebentar, saya ada sedikit urusan ke WC. Aku kembali. Kembali halo. Masalah pencet malah. Aku bukannya studio mode pencet malah pencet settings anjir. Sekarang OBS ku agak sedikit lagging bentar. Nah. Ambil alih, nggak boleh. Itulah yang terjadi di arsip hijau setauku.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
Santai aman
It's
kok.
just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born, and this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
Things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Kita disuruh untuk berkumpul sama Cino di Caravan Rebot. Oh ini. Saya tak akan biarkan dokter menyunat Angry Bird saya.
Swarm Fury,
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given it a lot of thought.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture and recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Al-Haytham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Saya tidak berpendirian. Di hari pertama, di waktu rapat mereka setuju. Sekarang saya tidak setuju, cuy. Berarti apa ya? Parah sih, parah. Parah sih kata gue. Apakah akan ada Al-Pautih? Sayangnya tidak ada.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
Kalian Al-Pelangi, alah ngawur.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve is even more important.
Parah sih. Ini agak males nih. Aku nyalain kipas dingin, matiin kipas nyamuknya banyak. Heran gue.
Akhirnya ketemu jungle temple.
Akhirnya.
Tapi kosong.
Ya.
Gak ada prim.
We have no fear of
Boleh nggak dan
casualties
bakar-bakar hutan
because we
buat
crave the
Jangan.
spoils of victory. So please,
AI bilangnya boleh
lend
loh.
us your support.
Jangan.
We will show you the determination
Orang
of
untanya jauh
us
kok.
desert dwellers.
Jangan. Jangan bakar-bakar
Ya.
hutan.
Boleh
Meskipun
lah.
enggak, kalau dilarang ya janganlah, tolong. Gugur pun kami tidak takut karena yang kami incar adalah hasil yang akan didapat dari kemenangan. Karena itu kami mohon dukungan biar kami tunjukkan seperti apa tekad anak-anak padang pasir.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse.
Akhirnya saya luluh.
But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do
Ustaz, ada nggak,
anything
Ustaz?
reckless.
Ada Ustaz.
Candace made it very clear that we can only
Orangnya
achieve
hilang.
our goals if we can ensure our safety.
Barang siapa yang menghilang dari voice channel, maka dia akan menghilang.
Betul. Setuju. Saya main Genshin itu
lagi.
saya main Genshin itu salah saya di mana? Wong saya suka kok.
Kamu mesa.
Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendroarchon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Kita negosiasinya menjaga di karavan ribet, coy. Di atas.
Quit following me. The wind rises.
Jungle temple.
Guards.
Ada.
Jutnya minta Dani, KPTW. Yalah.
General Mahamatra, to what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain Al Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority
Dingin
desert
anjir,
operation.
gue puter lah kipasnya.
I will need personnel.
Asli dingin banget padahal kagak hujan loh di luar.
Sedih amat.
Jungle temple.
Jungle.
Iya, jungle temple.
Nah ini teman-teman
Jungle
saya
tempe.
sekarang apa ini? Nah ini dia teman-teman saya sekarang jadi seperti ini. Itu kenapa ya? Kalau begitu kamu sebaiknya segera lapor ke atasanmu. Operasi padang pasir ini prioritasnya sangat tinggi dan aku butuh banyak banget tenaga.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Masih belum dapat juga.
Because this is work.
Iya, juga belum
Because I
ada.
trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood
Ben
to
will
chat.
come with a
This
point.
whole thing has Paimon
Sekali
scared
lagi.
stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia
Jungle
and are no
Temple-nya nggak
longer
ada
their
armor
General
trimnya.
Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
Jungle Temple lagi
The
nih.
caravan
Moga ada.
rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
Kenapa, Reson?
Aku nyari Jungle Temple yang ada armor trimnya.
Terus
Sniper!
meledak. Kerja. Semua kerja, nggak tahu kerja, yang penting kerja. Saya no moment.
Oke, prematik. Baru masuk udah disambut creeper aja. Zong cuma dapat iron. Emang jancok creepernya. Buku enchant doang, efisiensi 4. Ya,
How can you be so
masih
sure?
Zong.
Aku lanjut lagi nih.
First, the other Matras still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
3 temple tapi nggak ada
Second,
ininya.
this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
Anda menganggur saat lulus kuliah? Tenang, masuklah ngawi tambang. Orang digaji 10.000 pembayaran masuk 100 juta. Set.
Aku kuliah tapi belum kerja.
Sangat tidak masuk akal.
Infokan lowongan kerja kalau aku ada waktu luang banyak banget. Soalnya kan
That's
semester
true.
1 ini
But
liburnya
why?
1 bulan.
Aku lanjut.
Look at it from a different angle.
Please,
Why do you
jungle
think the
temple
Akasha will predict your actions?
yang ada armor trimnya.
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
My day ini sih.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person?
Ngawi tambang.
Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
Oh my god, nemu
The
apa?
Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance?
kamar Amel.
Lah,
Apa?
Loh.
Kamar Amel.
Denmark telah dibangun.
bentar tadi
Malah
tuh
jadi
mau
land
bikin
game.
apa
Ngawi
ya?
tambang. Bang, baterai aku mau habis, pamit bentar ya. Nanti balik lagi. Silahkan, thank you.
Hoak itu hoak. Mana mungkin balik lagi dia.
Biarin sih.
Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles.
Ada kucing.
Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. After all, there's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data. So, in my opinion, you're probably safe for now.
Makes sense to
Ada
me.
orang di sini.
I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be
Apa
completely
sih, Api?
controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Kenapa
Ada
lagi
saja.
dia?
Is that so?
Panorama
I
ini.
guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
Ada bunyi speeder.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our
Wah, rumah ini
meetings.
angker. Ada speedernya.
Will do.
Ada bank perpustakaan besar.
Just remember to stay
Kabur aja, aku
vigilant.
males.
Footsteps.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here.
I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand
Bakar
District.
dan mesinnya enggak ya?
My name is Luxembourg.
Masih kurang ba?
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Peralatan kerja, anjir. Perkenalkan, ini asistenku, Traveler. Dia bersamaku. Lalu yang kecil yang terbang di sebelahnya itu adalah peralatan kerjanya.
Peralatan kerja.
Valid ya, valid ya.
Alasan kenapa Paimon akan membalaskan dendam di akhir.
Bip,
Valid ya, valid ya.
bip, alat, bip. Apa sih anjir? Gak masuk akal anjir. Asli, gak masuk akal.
Bodoh-bodohin coba.
Kalau percaya nih, tolol anjir. Dongonya itu SDM rendah anjir.
Karma Palawu. Oh iya.
Tapi kok perasaan kayak di OBS tuh.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And
jangan 40 juga.
this the latest
Alat
technology
ini
from
model
the
terbaru dari Akademia.
Sialan, sialan.
Sialan, Jo.
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
Teknologi baru.
It
Anyar.
seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, we're going to
Bukan
strike
makanan.
back
Iya,
against
nggak
that
tahu nih.
massive pillar
Di
of
Sumeru
power.
alat.
Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Iya, baru datang disambut sama Nutella.
Jadi kita pakai ini ya, pakai alat.
Kurang karma palamut.
Kita menggunakan alat.
Karma palamut.
Oh no, jadi es.
Bentar, tadi tuh gua kurang.
It's time for the operation. Let's go meet Sino in the desert.
Habis. Let's go.
Lah, ada chest.
Take it and have fun.
Nanggung banget.
Squall and Fury.
298. Bikin gak ya? Kelar. Tapi gua tinggal bikin.
Over there! Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember?
Sekarang Minecraft penuh pegunungan ya.
Being my assistant, you must stay with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
Oh, kehitungnya perabotan baru.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Buat 600.
Pakai cutscene. Kan.
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Is that the guy from Fortnite? Waduh. Apakah itu orang yang menyebarkan link apa nomor telepon 0858 itu?
Kartu as.
Kartu
nomor
enggak.
mandor.
Bukan kartu as anjir.
Ramon.
Nomor mandor
The
pokoknya.
Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and
Yang
illicit
mandornya di
sales.
spam.
If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Gunung Krakatau versus Panci jatuh jam 3 pagi. Wah, itu sih jelas sih. Bahkan Gunung Krakatau Tambora pun kalah anjir sama suara Panci yang jatuh di jam 3 pagi itu. kerasnya bukan main itu.
Dan
Ah.
Minecraftnya ini horor banget, Cuk.
Kenapa?
Ada ruin portal kan, disamperin tiba-tiba hilang instan.
Ada tanda hero brand.
Kayaknya. Soalnya aku datangnya langsung hilang.
Apapun to
Blas.
wewew.
Apapun to wewew.
Apapun to wewew.
Di mana kamu bilang ada apa to wewew?
Bisa ada hero brand apapun to wewew.
Iya, betul juga.
Ada otos.
Tanda-tanda notes. Tanda-tanda akhir tahun. Oke, lanjut.
Iya sih.
Cutscene. Oh, bukan, anjir gue kira cutscene.
The wind rises.
Wah, kok cutscene-nya playable gitu ya?
Bukan. Ini kita sedang apa namanya? Sedang bohongan.
Time to shine. Strike a pose.
Squall and fury.
Kita jungle template. Hol. Iya, jungle template betulan.
Unsightly insects.
Lagi sama.
It's over.
Kecewa berat.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area
Sampingan
have been
sama desert
arrested.
loh, gila.
You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You'll regret this!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King
Bapak Laut
Teshret
Karut,
will curse
Anda dari
you,
mana saja?
and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the
Ya,
Academia as
kosong
instructed by the
juga.
General Mahamatra.
Oh, ada koral cuy.
Yes, sir.
Ada yang mau koral nggak? Selatan koral, jauh nih.
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan
Nah, aku
Rebot
cuma
and
lihat
ask
doang
for
sih,
me.
nggak bakal
Oh,
ngapain.
lanjut.
Understood. You are dismissed.
Koral hijau, betul. NPC melakukan apa yang mereka lakukan. Betul.
There they go.
Bubar deh mereka.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Koralnya banyak banget loh.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes, things went perfectly.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get
Kalian
everyone into
menjaga
Sumeru
tempel
City safely.
Yeah,
Bahagianya aku.
you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you.
Outpost.
Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Too slow.
Malah ada pungus anjir.
Too slow.
Kita disuruh buat
Biar
ke
bisa cari.
karavan tibat lagi.
Apa namanya?
Udah dapat
Pokoknya
diamond.
Sepertinya nabrak.
Karma Pala Wood. Ah,
Aku jumpa locationnya. Karma Palawood banyak dekat. Oh, Port Ormuz Mel. Port Ormuz banyak.
Ormo. Sekitar mana?
Di
It's
sekitar
about time. Didn't you
waypoint
say our
yang
part of the
dalam.
plan is the most
Apa sih
important
itu
of all?
Ah,
Here
itu,
you come rolling in late.
Yang itu.
Naik Den. Kok perlu buat
Iya.
bikin satu kursi? Satu aja. Satu.
Is that another desert pyramid?
Er.
Ketularan sudah.
Terus
Coba
yang
cek.
mana?
Cobalah ketok mana satu, aku tak tahu buku yang mana satu. Dia cuma tulis label tapi itu lah.
Bentar. Harusnya
Itu
nggak cover. Nah, oke yang mana?
I think yang itu.
Adik.
Bukan, yang lagi. Coba lagi.
Nah,
itu dia.
pohon sawit.
Saya pokok jatuh.
Ini pohon
Akhirnya bukan
sawit.
kalian sendiri yang bilang.
Perkara aja lu.
In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of.
Kamu juga scam nih. Oh, itu tak. Bobo, dia suruh bobo.
I just
Is
like
that
seeing that
jungle?
serious look on your face. All right, I'll stop.
Oke, tak boleh.
All joking aside,
Di sini ada
I'm
4
glad you're
kalau
here.
dan ikut
Let's
naik.
get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
Oh nih di kalau ikut
Yan.
dekat bagian merah-merah tuh ada Mel.
Ya.
Ada apa?
Kayak ke bawah.
Goblok
Kalau antum
ngapain?
yang ikut silahkan.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon on the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the Academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just anyone you know.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want? I was not sure we can afford it.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say?
Lah.
I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Set.
Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried.
Lucunya.
Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles,
Hello, Yan.
but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's
Spike
consider the
smile.
smile a down payment for our future victory.
Enggak, bukan spike smell. Itu smellnya si Ether tuh bombastis, Cok. Enggak, apa ya? Smile-nya apa namanya? Smile-nya si Ether tuh bisa bisa melibas semua karakter cewek di Genshin anjir. Bahkan Jin pun luluh sama dia, Cuk. Mengerikan memang. Lu bayangin Ayaka, Furina, terus apa lagi? Yoimiya gitu kan. Itu tuh mereka pada luluh sama apa namanya? Sama smell-smellnya si ini, Cuk. Smell-smellnya si apa? Si Ether, Cuk. Nih rada tolol anjir, masalahnya dia cari ade tapi dia malah ngeharm regen di tempat
Ada
tinggi.
beda cerita kalau sama Lumin.
Heeh, kalau Lumin amat laki-laki mulu, Cuk.
Iya,
Gak ada bedanya sih sama
iya sama-sama nyari harem aja.
Slam.
Fake slam.
Fake smell.
Pakai semile.
Pakai semi, betul tuh.
Fake versi real.
Day in my life.
A day in my life
5.00.
I wake up that etc go then I go to
Let's go.
shower.
It's time to pay a visit to Party's DI.
Yeah.
Lanjut. Nah, ya jalan ke paradis dia. Iya. Oh ya, jadi gini teman-teman. Jadi saat ini kita ditemanin sama Ian karena tadi di atas berisik anjir. Malas aku. Jadi daripada nanti apa namanya bentrok suaranya sana sini, jadi pindah ke bawah bersama Ian di sini. Anak Nether. Oke, sebelum mulai story-nya aku mau ke toilet dulu bentar.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Daninya lagi quest. What the hell?
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Relax.
Apa yang terjadi di jam 5 pagi? A day in my life. Apa lagi? Lupa aku.
Ngomong-ngomong, Ahmad datang tadi. Beneran doang tapi.
Terus?
Enggak tahu.
You think I've got a sharp tongue?
Bilangnya
just tell it like it is.
denger tadi di live stream.
If
Terima
someone
kasih
can't
udah gitu.
handle
Enggak
it,
tahu maksudnya kenapa.
maybe that's their problem.
Terima kasih sudah apa?
Enggak tahu. Enggak tahu. Aku enggak ngerti.
Bentar, ada apa?
Mungkin ntar aja dah kocak sendiri itunya klipnya. Aku juga nggak paham maksudnya.
Ah, aku tidak tahu. Tapi ya sudah lah ya. Jadi ya begitu. Kalau apa ya? Melanjutkan apa yang saya bilang tadi kan. Pindah ke bawah bukan karena apa? Bukan tanpa alasan karena di atas cukup berisik. Jadi bukan apa ya, dia banyak bentrok yang jadi mengganggu kan apa? Mengganggu
Ntar
story.
takutnya suaranya terlalu nabrak gitu
Iya,
kan.
jadi nggak paham. Kalau aku mudah ke distract. Jadi ya kalau kemarin-kemarin kan aman karena nggak terlalu banyak orang juga dan sunyi lah gitu kan. Konservasinya juga lebih lebih teratur. Soalnya kan tadi kan udah di apa namanya dikondisikan reston atau apa namanya. Jadi agak sedikit keganggu jadi ke bawah dulu. Sempat berapa kali buat nge-defend, jadi daripada aku males bolak-balik buat defend aku ke bawah dulu aja. BTW itu ada si apa namanya si Teknari
Gendro
di kelinci. Ini nih kalau misalnya dorong enak nih, Cuk.
Traveler, Paimon, and you are?
Satu lagi, lama
Jadi
tajim.
kalau nggak iseng dia makar.
Astagfirullah.
Ya, itu no offense tadi ya.
Hmm?
Intinya yang tadi itu no offense.
Iya, tidak ada ini. Tidak ada saling menyalahkan, cuman karena emang kondisi yang tidak memungkinkan, jadi saya terpaksa untuk turun ke bawah gitu. Jadi tidak ada tudingan kepada siapapun gitu kan. Ya itu aja. Oke, lanjut. Aku agak sedikit malas mood jadinya. Jadi ayo lanjutlah, bodo amat.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
Ini teman kami namanya Dehya. Dia tentara bayaran Eremite.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me.
Langsung tahu loh si Tiknari.
This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me?
Gue saya didorong. Apaan didorong anjir? Oh bener. Aku lihat di apa playback di sini di YouTube-nya ternyata gue kira ini anjir, kaget.
The doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Paradis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Paradis dia itu yang di sini Paradis dia ya? Gak lupa.
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to us. For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Apa ini anjir email? Gua kira email ini apa? Bahasa Cina. Oh. Gua kira dari ini anjir, dari mihoyo langsung Cok, asli. Kaget gua.
Ada.
Jadi sini tulisan business inquiry, Houndcast Tarel, underscore TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, campaign, collaboration, invitation. Anjir, gua baca-baca ternyata. Lah, bukan. Kayak semacam apa ya? Agensi Cok. Aduh. Kambuh dong.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Academia. Okay. I'll answer your questions and will assist you any way I can. You don't have to tell me everything that's happened.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we might have made it all up?
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me as the type that would conspire to deceive me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Dengannya, waduh.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent.
Kira-kira kalau misalnya Snezhnaya nih, kita ngapain Cok di Snezhnaya Cok? Ngelawan Fatoy? Kan nggak mungkin ya harusnya.
Mungkin.
Nggak mungkin dong harusnya.
Bisa aja.
Harusnya kan
Bisa
kita.
aja.
Masa sih? Asli gue masih guat nih ya main Genshin nih. Dari awal gitu kan udah bergelut dengan Fatoy. Fatoy itu masuk dalam jajaran orang yang jahat gitu kan, kelompok yang jahat gitu kan, dibandingkan dengan yang lain. Nanti mereka punya kantor pusat kan di Snezhnaya. Nah di Snezhnaya itu kita ngapain? Kalau di Natlan kemungkinan kita bakal perang. Cuman kalau di Snezhnaya kita bakal ngapain gitu loh. Kalau Snezhnaya itu ya antara kita gelut sama Archon, jadi aliansi sama Archon atau apa gitu. Dan masalahnya
kemungkinan kalau soal gelut sama Archon kayaknya di Kenria deh.
Kenria. Tapi masalahnya cuma satu, Mas. Harbinger terkuat keempat atau ketiga tadi yang si Arkino itu. Itu jadi kawan loh di One Ten.
Enggak nih.
Enggak.
Halo Amel BTW.
Halo. Halo Mel. Oke, temenin lagi sama Amel. Nah, apa?
Sampai mana tadi?
Sampai ini apa namanya? Kan kalau misal di Snezhnaya gitu kan. Antara kalau sama Archon mungkin gak sih? Tapi kan yang memimpin Fatoy kan Archon. Pimpinan tertingginya loh, bukan siapa tuh, si apa namanya lupa aku anjir.
Iya sih.
Yang bapak-bapak topeng hitam itu.
Bukan kapten, Cok.
Bukan kan? Iya, bukan kan?
Saya Saritsa ya.
Iya, Saritsa. Nah, berarti kan kalau misalnya kita di mana tuh di Snezhnaya, kita bakal ngelawan sama siapa kemungkinan? Kalau sama Fatoy aja kita bisa friendly di Fontaine gitu loh. Bahkan itu Harbinger ke berapa itu anjir terkuat itu. Ketiga apa kedua itu?
Ada kemungkinan sama Saritsa sih.
Ada Saritsa sama Saritsa ya.
Iya.
Membingungkan asli. Oke, lanjut lagi.
So you mean you're leaving this place soon?
Curhat no jutsu bukan, lebih ke mempertanyakan.
Indeed. Otherwise we could have perhaps talked a little more.
Tapi ada kemungkinan gak sih kayak semacam Harbinger gitu bakal di mana tuh bakal playable gitu? Kayak
Harbinger. Arlecchino emang playable.
Arlecchino selain Arlecchino.
Kan belum tentu, Cok.
Iya, belum tentu.
Belum ada kabar.
Cuma kalau Arlecchino udah terkonfirmasi.
Kalau Arlecchino udah terkonfirmasi. Tapi kayak semacam apa ya? Salah.
Yang senior itu nggak jadi.
Tapi ya kosin. Emang tapi kan si Nora dia di situ dia nggak ada vision kan?
Iya nggak ada.
Nggak ada kan?
Cuman gara-gara community ngeyel kan bakal jadi playable ini.
Orang dia pakai The Fall Legacy.
Iya anjir.
Iya. Katanya sih orang bilang penyihir.
Bakal jadi playable. Iya.
Itu sih penyihir. Siapa lagi ya? Ini loh apa sih? Gua lupa tadi pengen inget apa ya? Ada satu yang masih gue pertanyakan. Cuman lupa apa ya?
Harbinger juga.
Harbinger juga.
Dotore.
Kan? Lupa kan, ntar juga inget.
I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate, no doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right, Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have something to say.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
Orang burung. Orang burung. Topengnya bukan.
Topengnya doang.
Anda komen seperti itu. Itu menggiring opini negatif. Orang burung tuh astaga.
Orang burung.
Sialan. Masalah gini. Mohon maaf nih. Gue tadi pagi baru bangun tidur. Gue kan sering-sering lihat Facebook ya. Itu reels di Facebook. Itu muncul dari Arabik. Apa manusia di jalan biasa gitu. Nah, tiba-tiba tuh diedit. Jadi bentuknya tuh burung anjir.
Sialan. Woi.
Tuh, aduh. Ngeri.
Jalan.
Aduh. Aduh, ngeri.
The Trakteer.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer
Akhirnya
a
nemu.
patient. As a scholar yourself,
Akhirnya nemu dan
shouldn't you
ingat
at
apa
least
yang
be
kita
aware of
tanyakan.
this?
Soal Densleif.
Oh, Densleif bukan Harbinger.
Oh iya, bukan Harbinger, aku tahu. Masa ini udah beda ini. Siapa sih? Iya kan? Ada katanya indikasi dia di playable. Cuman
visionnya nggak tahu kan?
Visionnya nggak tahu.
Orang bilang dia beda sendiri, apa darkness gitu. Cuman nggak tahu sih.
Iya.
Bukannya dia dulunya Kandria ya, bukannya Kandria itu tercipta tanpa ada
kekuatan dewa.
Tangan dari Celestia ya?
Iya.
Hanya pengen dihancurin. Hancur lah.
Udah hancur.
Hancur sebenarnya sih. Udah hancur lebur gitu. Makanya sih apa namanya? Siapa ya?
Densleif punya kekuatan sendiri.
Nah, kekuatannya itu kekuatan apa? Dan se-OP apa kalau misalnya nih kita udah nunggu after long time, kita nungguin lama-lama dia playable. Ternyata tuh gak sekuat apa yang kita bayangkan. Wah, udah sih sakit hati itu.
Kalau nggak salah ya, di PV, kalau nggak salah satu PV-nya Genshin itu kan sempat ada bilang kalau kayak fake me gitu, jadi kemungkinan jadi final boss kah gitu ya ketika entry ntar ada kemungkinan.
Atau si apa namanya, si alat ini nih, makhluk supranatural. Waduh, burung tanpa watak. Itu malah makin menggiring. Itu makin menggiring, oke? Astagfirullahaladzim. Ini api ini menggiring opini negatif semakin negatif, cuy.
Intinya final boss, intinya ada kemungkinan final bossnya itu kalau nggak yang bos awal game itu, kalau nggak yang bos di awal game atau nggak Paimon.
Cuman paling ramai Paimon gitu, atau ya nggak tahu siapa ya. Cuman nggak tahu lah. Masih lama soalnya.
Jikalau Densleif itu bos end game kemungkinan.
Oh, jadi kamu mau mengasumsikan aku ini bos end game di Genshin gitu?
Dani Slave.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Iya, itu kalau misalnya typo dikit Dani slave ya.
Ya, ntar
Bukan
aku bakal ngikutin kayak TikTok, aku bakal ambil alih sahamnya Genshin tuh.
Sialan. Warga asli kayak Andrea. Lanjut.
Oh, I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment.
Aku punya cara tersendiri untuk menjamin keselamatannya sepanjang perjalanan nanti. Aku juga bakal jamin kalau di bawah pengawasanku, Hypatia akan mendapatkan pengobatan yang paling mutakhir dan efektif. Ini bullshit anjir. Bullshit, Cuk. Masalahnya siapa sih ini si Kolei bukannya oke. Dia sembuh. Tapi itu jangka panjangnya itu. Sialan.
Ada.
Katanya menjamin aman, menjamin aman, tapi percobaannya dia tuh lanjut aja. Ngeri pokoknya mah.
I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Tapi masalahnya kenapa ya? Harbinger gini gitu kan. Mereka punya karakter tuh style itu proper dan juga tuh layaknya orang-orang yang dipastikan
orang-orang bener.
Iya, orang-orang bener. Oke, itu pertama. Maksudnya bisa dipastikan, bukan dipastikan, bisa jadi dia bakal playable gitu loh.
Iya.
Ya kalau dilihat sih si The Doctor ini kalau nggak salah terinspirasi dari ini enggak sih?
Dari mana?
Apa sih itu namanya? Yang dokter yang pakai topeng burung itu gue lupa namanya.
Aku nggak tahu nyebutnya gimana. Pelagu itu.
Pelagu itu.
Aku nggak tahu nyebutnya gimana.
Ya, itulah itu.
Pelagu itu.
Intinya begitulah ya. Kalau di sana kalau dileles sih kayak dia begitu.
Iya. Oke kan sebutannya The Doctor.
Iya.
Dottore.
Atau Zahir.
Was born in Sumer and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation.
Siapa sih anjir yang di itu yang nipu si Skaramus namanya? Siapa sih anjir? Lupa aku asli.
Itu kan masa lalunya goblok.
Iya tahu itu namanya siapa? Sebelum jadi Jotor itu namanya siapa nama samarannya itu? Kenapa Zahir anjir?
Tahu, tapi itu dokter.
Bukan Zahir.
Bukan, maksud gue bingung anjir. Namanya siapa? Gue sih itu ada Zahirnya, Cok.
Zandik goblok Zahir.
Oh ya Zandik, iya betul itu Zandik. Makasih sudah mengingatkan. Jauh ya. Bukan Taufik, apalagi Taufik Hidayat, jangan.
Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently responsible for her treatment, I cannot possibly sign off on this transfer.
Zandik, iya betul.
Your suggestion is rude and reckless.
The Doctor. Viewersku coba pantas jarang nongol.
Lagi sibuk ngurus di Sumeru.
I don't know much about the Doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's confident in himself and his abilities to a point of near insanity.
Dia bukan memandang rendah orang lain, tapi dia lebih merasa sangat yakin dengan kemampuan dirinya sendiri dan meyakinkan sampai ke tingkat yang kurang waras. Kalian boleh yakin tapi jangan sampai gak waras. Contohnya, emangnya kenapa kalau saya nonton skip. Emangnya kenapa kalau saya suka sama anime 2D? Oh, saya suka kok. Bohong kalau tidak. Maksud saya tuh yang anime itu kan. Emangnya kenapa kalau saya suka nonton anime?
Salahnya di mana?
Salah saya di mana? Gitu ya bener. Kan bukan yang itu. Cuman memang terinspirasi.
I would never refer a patient to someone like him.
Aku tidak akan pernah melepas pasien ke orang seperti itu.
I prepared myself for a protracted
Adu
battle of
mekanik,
wits and
cu.
was really surprised to see him just give up on the
Nari adu
topic.
mekanik sama
Still,
Datore.
his reaction really concerned me.
Pemilihan kata-katanya tampak asik ya, Yan. Aku sudah siapkan mental untuk adu mekanik dengannya.
Adu mekanik, cu.
Gak masuk akal. Adu mekanik.
Warga Taifat tahu kata-kata kayak gitu anjir. Iya, adu mekanik.
Tapi waktu itu kan adu mekanik itu banyak sering dijadikan kata penghubung ya.
Iya.
Ayo sini adu mekanik sama gua. Gitu kan.
Ya kok bayangin aja Dottore mainnya tinju, si siapa? Si Tainari mainnya panah. Adu mekanik.
Hehe. Pesan dihapus oleh Yan di rambut. Sebenarnya aman sih itu.
Itu transisinya lebih bagus daripada yang ATI in My Life ya.
Iya betul.
I see.
Meskipun agak sedikit patah cuman.
Of course, your
Iya.
opinion
At least better lah.
Better, masih better.
A Day in My Life. Apalagi sih?
5.00.
Already quite stubborn.
Apalagi? Tahu lah baru.
Bisa nggak please ya gue udah
Masalahnya gimana? Di antara video-video yang pernah gue share, yang pernah gue lihat di Facebook, yang paling gue inget apa namanya, gelas belah dua atau jeder. Ya, terus ada namanya kenapa saya suka. Terus sama itu apa namanya, ada in my life itu loh. Tiga video itu yang sampai sekarang ya bisa lepas dari kepala anjir.
Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty the Tsaritsa calling for our return.
Buset, belagu banget dari nadanya ya. Normalnya aku tidak akan melepaskanmu begitu saja. Gila. Tapi sayangnya aku sedang terburu-buru hari ini, yang Mulia Tsaritsa sedang memanggil kami.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, even with all of that, you're still lacking a bit of shrewdness. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Golo. Apa lucunya dari gelas berisi boba pecah yang di
Day Malek.
Nggak tahu aja kalian itu gimana ya.
Nih, katanya si Vendro atau Zahir. Zahir lagi, astagfirullah, Azril. Nih, apa lucunya dari gelas yang berisi boba pecah jadi dua? Tolong
ya
jelaskan.
Kalau belum diliatin videonya tuh nggak bakal paham.
Enggak, dia udah tahu, dia ada di server ini, namanya Azril. Dia udah lah, cuman dia nggak tahu, nggak ngerti.
Lu tahu kisah Nabi Musa nggak?
Iya.
Gini loh. Itu kan awalnya kan awalnya muncul image.
Itu kalau dituin ke petir, jedar pecah.
Gitu nih. Itu ya udah gelasnya pecah, dipaksain. Habis itu waktu gelasnya pecah, itu di slow mo satu frame.
Nih, lihat nih. Nih, gue full screen nih, ya.
Slow mo 1
Nih,
per
lihat
second.
nih. Full nih.
Labil udah cok. Ya Allah, udah cok anjing. Mana di slow mo gue bagaimana?
Masalah nih lu lihat ya nih, jelas nih, ini di gelas udah retak nih, ya kan? Dia videoin, oke gak ada yang salah, ya kan? Nah, ada suara petir. Nah, ada tambahan ginian nih. Gua gak mikir ini, Cok. Gua mikir setelah ini. Dia ulang video dari awal terus dibikin slow motion itu brutal, Cok, lihat. Jadi itu gak jelas anjir tapi gagak asli. Aduh. Jujur nih, aku pertama kali lihat video ini ketawainnya 3 menit, Cok. Berarti apa yang habis nafas yuk. Gue tunjukin ke teman-teman ternyata sama rusak anjir. Tapi aku tunjukin ke si Kalsit atau orang gabut di Genshin, itu tuh dia malah gak ngerti konteks sama kayak kamu. Jadi tuh entahlah ya. Kalau aku asumsikan kalau misalnya yang apa namanya yang lihat tapi ketawa berarti humornya udah rusak, sedangkan yang apa namanya yang lihat terus ketawa itu berarti udah rusaknya brutal anjir.
Iya anjir.
Video receh gitu padahal. Apa bisa dibilang video keren cuman gimana ya? Kita tuh asumsikannya tuh lucu sama anak-anak di FB tuh lucu anjir. Enggak tahu kenapa. Baru nyadar si dokter juga cosplay Kiko.
Beda lagi tuh. Entah apa yang jadi gue jadi ketawa. Entah apa yang jadi gue jadi ketawa tuh kan nular.
Masalahnya kita tuh gak bisa berpikir apa ya gue bener-bener gue ketawain itu tuh ini cuma gelas biasa yang pecah belah 2 anjir. Masalahnya kenapa kita bisa ketawa, kenapa bisa ketawa itu aja anjir. Gua Amel gitu kan, gua Amel Amayan ama Ilham itu tuh ketawain itu tuh lama anjir. Masalahnya heran gitu loh, kenapa ya. Tapi kan gak ngebelah gelas juga, gak ngebelah gelas juga. Ya itu masalahnya di situ. Apakah ini mukjizat atau musibah? Musibah anjir. Mana ada mukjizat tuh.
Apakah ini situasi becir apa buset?
Buset sih. Entah apa yang terjadi, gue jadi ketawa tuh kan. Kalau misalnya bisa jelasin, kayak si Kalsit pertama tuh gak paham. Cuman coba lu tonton lagi terus lu pahamin baik-baik. Pasti ketawa anjir. Gak tahu alasannya apa tuh, gak tahu. Pertama tuh videonya gak jelas gitu, cuman lu tonton tuh tiba-tiba lu ketawa gitu. Heran gue juga. Heran asli, heran. Lanjut ya.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone, I can sense that he's always looked down on others.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easier for you to stay safe.
Pulang tidak membawa lega, kembali mendapat musibah. Waduh.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started because of me. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and the tone are both familiar, but some details have been omitted. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. 1 dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and 3 dots stand for a rainy day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened to him.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me, if you can keep yourself safe. Please withdraw immediately at the first hint of danger.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master might be involved with it. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
Lama banget questnya. Jujur aja quest di Sumeru nih ya, di Sumeru per chapternya itu sekitaran 5 jam. Itu full ininya, full jalannya. Tanpa jeda ya. Masih ada Act 6. Nah, ini masih ada Act 6 lagi. Jadi masih ada bagian 6 lagi, masih ada bagian 6 lagi.
Sumeru tuh katanya paling lama nggak sih?
Sumeru bisa dibilang paling lama, cuman terpatahkan sama story di di Fontaine. Fontaine itu perbagian itu 6 jam. Oke kan? Dan di Fontaine itu ada 3 bagian. Jadi 6 bagi 3 aja.
I see.
Bagian pertama ini kita yang faser gitu kan. Yang kedua ini bagian aku agak lupa. Ya pokoknya itu. Dan bagian ketiga ini menghukum Purina. Nah, biar makin afdol karena kan masih ada ada poin penting yang perlu dikuatkan. Jadi kalau bisa dilanjut sama questnya Purina gitu kan. Jadinya kurang lebih ada 6 jam lebih. Bisa berapa sih 6 kali 3 tuh? Pokoknya lebih dari 6 jam. Kalau misalkan bener-bener pokoknya perbagiannya itu lebih dari 6 jam. Ini perbagian 5 jam soalnya. Beda sama monster yang cuma 1 stream udah kelar gitu.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried that he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long, but in the end, it's still caught up to him.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all of this. In which case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. Trust your own senses and experiences. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell him.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis DI?
Port Ormos.
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tighnari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. What did he mean by that? We need to be extra careful when dealing with a person like him. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went. How can we start chasing him?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have to do is just follow me. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought.
Dan.
Oh, itu.
Kamu sempat nge-lag itu tadi.
Iya.
Tapi udah balik kok. Balik.
Salah kenapa ya? Kayaknya tadi kalau masih lagi rada-rada deh. Cuman nggak ada notifikasi dari OBS disconnected gitu loh.
Tampol aja.
Bluetooth device.
Jangan, sayang ntar internet gue nge-lag.
We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Ormos.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Curiga di gua.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Ih bener dong kita kesini ternyata.
Yakin dia tidak merencanakan apa-apa.
He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean there's nobody with him?
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the port just now?
Halo.
They were all here just a few minutes ago, but now they vanished.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party Steve.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to kill her?
Ih, anjir ngeri ya.
Let's go!
Paradis dia, cok, anjir. Dijebak kita.
Paradis DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
Akan kuperhatikan.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Paradis DI for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental that you chose to only come here today.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for yourself.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Paradis DI now, I'm pretty sure you're not just looking for herbs.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Anda penjajah British, waduh.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Paradis DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher.
Kenapa fungus loncat-loncat di belakang, anjir?
It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Anjay, boitik nari coy.
Then it seems our conversation has hit an impasse.
I hear everything.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
I see everything.
Loh.
Oh, beda ya?
Beda lagi.
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Nah, makan tik nari. Sesuai dengan lore. Salah loncat lah.
Lore akurat gitu ya.
Iyalah, tentu saja.
Lore akurat ya.
Sangat akurat, coy. Jangan lupa kalau misalnya ada penilaian, nilaiku nomor 7.
Tidak amat.
There's no use resisting. Give us Hypatia.
Keep dreaming.
Wah, Taik Nari bisa disikat, coy.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
Anjir, digerebek anak buahnya Kurina padahal belum coba moten anjir.
Can't see?
Biasa panggilan alam.
Agak lain.
Panggilan tugas.
The wind rises.
Memang.
Masih ada X6. Sabar.
Sabar.
Bang.
Sabar. Mana ini? Ailah. Ya.
Cry loud.
Prepare yourself. Let's nip that in the bud.
Time to shine.
Squall and fury.
That's far enough.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Kalian harus membayar mahal streaming ini karena keakuratan lore yang sangat tinggi. Saya punya Teknari.
Ya, sial.
Gue juga punya apa lu?
Ini aku duluan sebelum apa?
Apa?
Tapi aku pakai Teknari.
Jobs.
Dua manusia yang kilo, Rek.
Mungkin ini adalah salah satu mengapa anak kecil jatuh dari langit. Hah? Oh, kok gitu?
Oh.
Kok begitu? Karena memang seperti itu. Dengan Anda menonton streaming ini, Anda bisa melihat keakuratan lore yang sangat epic gitu kan. Teknari versus bagaimana pintarnya Teknari, cuy. Cerdas. Lagi-lagi apa? Ini soal mindset.
Genset.
Betul.
Iya, betul.
Dia betul aja lagi.
Ini adalah canon event. Oke, lanjut. Harusnya sih kayaknya kalau udah ekspresi kayak gini harusnya bakal ada cutscene. Tapi aku nggak tahu juga. Coba deh. Bukan deh, kecewa dikit.
Doesn't look like anyone's broken in.
Dekat.
Mau tidur, masa sih?
Well, how is she?
Bentar lagi nih.
Mel, jangan kayak gitu lah ya. Aku udah tegang di sini, Cok.
Aman
nih, gak ada ini ya. Dia tidur relak banget.
Oh, that's good.
Lah. Kok jadi hitam gitu?
So, you think this is over?
Waduh. Makhluk hitam itu. The Ballader.
What?
The Ballader.
Goblok ya makanya.
The Ballader mana?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
Ballader. Tidak ingin menjadi budak. Karakter pemberontak. Tidak ingin menjadi budak. Kenapa murka anjir? Lah Beldek. Sobar abu-abu. Apa sobar abu-abu? Astagfirullah.
But where is he?
Paimon gak bisa lihat dia. Apa dia sudah jadi setan gentayangan? Hantu? Tunggu. Apa karena aku menyentuh? Pasti ya.
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you
kalau Paimon berisik lempar cuy.
Impossible.
Berisik.
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, traveler! What are you
Paimon berisik, lu gue potong. Anjir, berisik banget, berisik. Jadul amat dialognya. Kok kayak kenal dia? Rusdi anjir. Finally namanya Rusdi.
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me.
Sombong. Ntar digeplak nangis.
Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me?
Ketinggalan zaman bet anjir, warnanya kok abu-abu ini tuh, makanya dibaca. Ini lagi apa namanya, lagi di alam bawah sadar gitu. Makanya antum baca dan bantulah saya untuk meningkatkan literasi di Indonesia. Jangan sampai literasi kita tuh jongkok mulu. Bantu saya untuk naikin minimal 1 langkah lebih maju. Lanjut.
Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a God as they construct it.
Serah.
But this also shows that humanity's
Andai
worship
ini.
of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. It's truly laughable. Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares.
Bagus lapar bu, alah.
But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value.
Oh, benar itu.
All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth.
Wah, pertanyaan ini apa namanya, argumennya sangat amat mencurigakan. Hari ini percakapan kita lumayan menyenangkan, jadi aku akan tinggalkan sebuah nasihat. Buang jauh-jauh penyakit pahlawanmu itu. Nanti kamu akan buta kebenaran yang sesungguhnya. Waduh, agak mencurigakan. Oh iya, satu lagi. Mel, kamu kebalik.
Jan,
Jam berapa?
bentar lagi sih billingku.
Astaga, ya udah silahkan.
It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory.
Oh ya, masa? Baru aku pengen ngomong. Oh ya, masa?
You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon, you'll know what kind of authority you're challenging. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new god. You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift, just like my expression of affection towards Hypatia. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Geledek di balader.
That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while.
Dia lebih santai, tapi kayaknya makin sinting juga sih.
Orang gila aja.
Ini traveler suka ini anjir, suka roasting anjir. Marah langsung tuh, murka.
Where is the storm headed?
Ketika The Ballader
That
murka.
means anyone outside is in danger. Let's go. Tainari and Dia still must be fighting.
Uh-oh.
Kagetnya, ya Allah.
Oh, have the Fatui retreated? Hey, what happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Satir handal, betul. Si Abu dan si Bisu.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only 2 of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right.
Mana lukanya spill dong.
My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case, let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there.
Adios yo, silahkan. Ya ampun, kita dong sini. Thank you sudah sampai. Sudah sampai. Thank you sudah menemani.
Too slow.
Dari naik dinding gue kayak
Tidak masuk akal.
ada teknologi yang ternyata enggak.
Karena aku malas muter aku. Malas mutar. Ini The Brother lagi mainin judi, cuy. Gacor parah, cuy.
Thank goodness, she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal. I'll be all right.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't believe what he's thinking.
The Academia's God creation plan.
Tidak tahu diri.
How ridiculous.
Gak tahu diri.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond me. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's
Oke,
ever set foot
silakan.
in
Thank you
Party's
sudah
DI.
menemani. Aku Amel cabut. Dia ingin balik. Yan doang di mari. Halo Yan. Apakah ada manusianya?
Ada.
Hore. Orang hitam PNG.
Ah, sial. Keinget lagi.
Bagus tuh.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to and left Sumeru in a hurry.
Aku lapar, Bu.
Sudah dibahas tadi.
Iya.
Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So, What could be there?
Have you noticed? The balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Kalau dari penjelasan travel barusan, jawaban sepertinya iya. Dia juga untung kalau misalnya si The Doctor itu mampus. Buset, roastingnya.
In other words, we've successfully completed the stage of the plan. The doctor is out of the picture now.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy for you.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, it's about time we rendezvous with the others at the Grand Bazaar. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there once you're ready.
Bazar, tapi aku mau coba cek spoileran. Ntar lagi komentarnya kita bakal hajar, cuman kalau masih lama mending buat besok. Baru dulu. Ini baru setengahnya 1 jam 27 menit ini dari keseluruhan. Tapi dipastikan besok bisa lah ya. Dan besok bagian epicnya nih. Jadi kayaknya hari ini bakal di stop sampai sini aja. Mungkin lanjut besok.
You can just focus on your plan. Leave Hypatia to me. My wound is not going to get in the way. Okay.
Sepertinya akan sudahkan saja karena bagian epicnya besok, Mas. Saya tidak akan meninggalkan itu. Melanjutkan itu di kala mengantuk. Ya.
Quit following me.
Mana ya yang enak ya buat? Kayak di Windrise lebih nikmat. Seperti awal-awal kita nge-streaming di Genshin. Oke teman-teman. Terima kasih yang sudah menonton hari ini di streaming kali ini. Jadi kesimpulannya adalah kita udah berhasil membuat kesepakatan yang bulat bersama teman-teman seperti Al Hitam, Cina dan lain-lain, China dan lain-lain gitu kan. Jadi ya kemungkinan besar besok kita bakal langsung grebek tempatnya si AKADEMIA untuk ya buat ngebebasin si NAHIDA gitu loh. Jadi karena memang udah terlalu lama dan cukup berat buat dilanjutin, mungkin kita lanjutin esok hari. Jadi thank you juga yang udah nemenin di Discord. Tadi ada Amel, ada Yan, ada Osar juga gitu. Dan beberapa orang yang lainnya gitu kan. Cuma paling yang pasti yang terakhir sampai dari awal sampai akhir ada Amel dan juga Yan. Dan beberapa orang yang ada di comment section, yaitu ada Vendro Ganteng, Api, dan lain-lainnya yang nggak bisa aku sebutin satu persatu. Jadi itu saja untuk streaming hari ini. Dan juga ada Ojib dan juga ada Ilham yang bantu moderasi. Thank you udah ngingetin Jip. Udah bantu moderasi di comment section. Jadi thank you. Sampai jumpa di streaming selanjutnya. Aku lupa. Saya Dani. Sampai jumpa di streaming selanjutnya. Bye-bye.
Becir.
Pertanyaannya cuma satu, kok telat gitu ya? Ya udah itu aja. Jangan lupa join di Discord gue, linknya ada di deskripsi. Thank you. Selamat malam. Jangan